In August of 2009, I took the greatest vacation of my life. This vacation was the beginning of what would become a new start for me, as well as a closing to a chapter in my life that was full of life-changing experiences. I became divorced from my first wife in the summer of 2005 after 8 years of marriage. I was fortunate enough to have 2 beautiful children during that marriage. After divorce, I was forced to become a single father, and even though I was only able to see them 8 days a month, it was still a difficult task. Being a single father of 2, I figured I would never have the opportunity again to find someone that would want to be with me. My self-confidence was at an all-time low. I had tried to meet with other people, but always felt that I had had a loser sticker on my forehead, and it never went anywhere. That all changed in the spring of 2008. I first met my soon-to-be wife, Chris, at a social engagement, and we hit it off right away. I soon had to let her know about my past, and she took it all in stride. From the first time that she met my children, I knew that she would love them as much as she seemed to love me. She was always there to help with them, and gave me a sense that she would be a great second mom to both of them. We planned a trip to Boston in August of 2009. I'm a huge Red Sox fan, and she had never been to Boston, so it was a great idea on my part. I just had to make sure that they were playing the White Sox. We actually went with some of her family as well. The few months leading up to the trip, we seemed to have hit the fast track, and I felt like she could be the one that would make me happy. I was finally convinced about this after talking to her brother and her sister. Eventually I would talk to her mom and dad before purchasing the ring, and they both gave me their blessing. The day before we left, I was a wreck, and Chris noticed. I played it off as being nervous for the plane ride, which I'm pretty sure she didn't buy. Once we arrived in Boston, we took a ferry boat from where we were staying into the city of Boston itself. From there, Chris and I split from the family, and I took her to the banks of the Charles River. Once we boarded the gondola ride, she started to ask numerous questions. Finally, I asked her to marry me, but not before almost dropping the ring in the river. I was fortunate enough for her to say yes. We have been married since November, and every day I thank God for placing Chris into my life. And my kids as well. We have all grown as a family together, and the future looks very promising. I still look back though at the 5 years before and realize that if I hadn't gone through those tough times, I wouldn't be the father or the husband that I am today.
You got a friend in me.